McKennie good feet, Pulisic into it, shooting position and shoots wildly over the bar. Pulisic did so well to get into a shooting position on his left foot and then was leaning back and just swept the ball high over Lomans' crossbar. Tim Weir did very well down the right hand side, came inside, held up nicely by De Kuyper, so the American just chopped it back to Pulisic, who span inside, got it onto his left foot, got away from Onana, but then was so frustrated with himself after he saw his shot sail high and wide. The AC Milan man really should have put the US ahead there, and Belgium come down the left quickly now with Doku. Doku's into the penalty area, goes round Weir, well covered by McKenzie though. He's done enough to get it, but it's come through to Onana. Onana shoots and scores. What a finish from Andre Onana. Raced onto that half clearance like a rocket and swept it again to the right hand side of Matt Turner. The American keeper nowhere near it, and Belgium have the lead. Aston Villa's Andre Onana has given them the 2-1 advantage here in Atlanta. It was another quick counter-attack. Doku went down the left-hand side, got into the box. He was slowed down nicely by McKenzie. The ball broke. De Ketelaere got a touch, pulled it back to the edge of the box for Andre Onana, and it was a very good finish by Onana. Turner didn't really have any chance whatsoever. Came through the legs of Tillman, who came out to close the ball. So Turner was maybe unsighted, but maybe I'm being harsh on the US keeper again. His positioning there at second viewing doesn't look the best, and he's frustrated with his defence, but I think the goalkeeper's got to have another look at his role in that goal. 2-1 Belgium, 53 minutes gone. So what can the US do? Well, they're going to start again with Roldan in possession. He goes left to Tim Ream. The captain gives it back to the substitute Roldan. He plays it across to the right. McKenzie spears this one quickly out to Tim Weir. Now Tim Weir's got a chance to run. So much action down the right and left for the US and the left for Belgium. Weir and Doku being two of the main players in this game. Big ball over to the left-hand side, and Tillman has it on the left for the US. Nice little interchange. Pulisic gets it, goes past Onana, pulls it back to the edge. Little touch. Can they get through the US? Can they get a shot out of this? Pulisic is going to spin and shoot. Oh, that's a good save by Lomans. Offside flag goes up, but Son and Lomans wasn't to know that at the time. Pulisic span, got his shot away, but Lomans threw his right wrist out again to deflect it away. Yeah, you can just see that as the ball came in, Pulisic was offside, but he spanned, shot, and that was a good block by Lomans. I don't think he knew a great deal about it, but still a very good save from the Belgian goalkeeper. He takes the free kick, plays it up to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tries to flick it on to Doku, well cut out by McKenzie. Ream has it in the centre circle, plays it to his left, and Roldan rolls it forward. Nice little turn by Pulisic into Balogun. Balogun holds it up, gives it to McKennie. Out to Weir. Weir shoots wildly. Half volley from the right hand side of the box, and it goes wide to the right of the Belgian goal. Weir's castigating himself. He swiped across the ball, cut underneath and across it, and sliced it really. A cleaner strike, and he would have been testing Sana Lomans for sure, but not to be on that occasion. And Belgium start once again building out from the back. Meunier plays forward, looks to go towards it. What a ball that is to Jeremy Doku. That's gone all the way through to Doku. Doku now one-on-one versus Tim Weir again. Little jink inside, plays it in, plays the 1-2, gets it back again. Doku, that's a good save from Matt Turner. The shot was straight at him. The header's come in from deep, and then Turner's flicked it up and over the bar. Uncomfortable viewing for the goalkeeper once again. He made a good save from Doku initially, and then a Belgian player just running onto it, headed it. It went down, and Turner somehow has tipped it up and over the bar. Let's see this again. The ball from Zabast from right to left went all the way through to Doku. Great run by Doku. Sprinted into the box, played a 1-2 with De Ketelaere, got a shot which Turner blocked well, And it was Meunier running in from right back, headed the ball down. Oh, has that hit the arm of Tim Ream on the way through? Maybe. And Turner's made an absolute meal of tipping that up and over the bar. Doesn't look like a keeper fully confident in his technique, ability, or frankly anything right now, but the bigger question is, did that deflect off the arm of Tim Ream on the way through? The referee's going across to have a look at the monitor, and I think when he sees that back, he's going to give the spot kick to Belgium. But unfortunate for Tim Ream, captaining the side today on its 80th appearance. Be very unfortunate if this does get given, but quite frankly, I think there's only going to be one outcome when they see this back. So the question is, did it hit his thigh, I think, before it hit his arm? But I don't think it's actually made contact with the thigh. I think it's gone through and has just brushed his wrist on the way through. And Ream was dangling his arm out there, certainly not in a natural position. So if the referee feels there was contact, it has to be a penalty. And if anything, the reaction of the goalkeeper hasn't really helped, because he's made it look like it's taken a massive deflection off Tim Ream. And as you see the way the ball does divert, yeah, there's no way the ball's doing that naturally, so it's got to be a penalty. The referee's coming out of the VAR section of the stadium now. Yeah, he's going to point to the spot. He has pointed to the spot. Gets a round of applause by Jeremy Doku. It's going to be a penalty for Belgium. Going to assume that'll be Kevin De Bruyne who takes it. We're now seeing an angle back that the referee didn't see, and it's quite clearly hands by Tim Ream. If they'd just shown him that in the first place, we could have sorted this out much more quickly. Well, is it going to be De Bruyne? No, it's going to be Charles de Ketelaere who's going to take this. The Atalanta midfielder. Put the ball down on the penalty spot. He's going to be taking this left-footed. Turner bouncing up and down on his line. Up steps to Ketelaere, puts that away very comfortably. The US are down by 3-1 here in Atlanta. Charles de Ketelaere has slotted that away high to the right of Matt Turner. Matt Turner went the other way, and the US find themselves with a lot to do here in this home friendly. Belgium lead by 3-1. They scored in injury time in the first half, and they've scored twice in the first 15 minutes of the second. And you would assume that they will feel comfortable enough with their position to now start making the changes we would expect to see. The US haven't really done anything crazy wrong to find themselves 2 goals down here. Belgium haven't really done anything particularly amazing either. But the fact is, they have a 2-goal lead, and now they come forward again. Oh, De Ketelaere unable to bring that one down. It was a nice ball in from Salamakers, and now Tessman brings it forward for the US. He plays it out to Malik Tillman, gets it back again. They move the ball across to McKenzie. Mark McKenzie plays it out wide right to Tim Weir. And I'm seeing at least 3 changes being readied by Mauricio Pochettino on the bench for USA. But the US get forward into the penalty area, but Belgium clear that away down the right-hand side. Good turn by Salamakers, and he's just been thrown to the floor by Malik Tillman, and that'll be a free kick to Belgium. Salamakers just gets a low five from Tillman, who respects the Belgians' body strength there, I suspect, as he felt like he had to pull him to the floor. So here come the first load of substitutions, which, as you can imagine, I've been looking forward to. The amount of changes we are going to see here. So the first one is for Belgium. Off is going Thomas Meunier. And on is coming Joaquin Says, the right back. Number 18, Joaquin Says is onto the field for Thomas Meunier. Also on is number 16, Coney de Winter. not going to pretend I saw who went off for him. Lois Apenda is on, and once again, it's almost impossible to see who's going off. Sebast is going off. That's Lukabakio who is on. Is that all the Belgian changes at this point? It must be, because we are back underway. So, is that, and I think Ngoy slipped onto the pitch when I wasn't looking as well. So, the Lille defender, Nathan Ngoy, has come on. And give me a few moments and I'll work out exactly what's happening. Out on the left-hand side here is Joaquin Says. He's played it out to Doku. Doku now comes forward, plays it into Apenda. Apenda gets his first touch, plays it back to Doku. But Apenda went too soon and is offside. And Arta Tiat has come on as well for Belgium. Okay, so Tiat is on for Michele, straight swap at centre-back, I think. Apenda is on for De Ketelaere, straight swap up there as well. Ngoy is on for Debas, straight swap. And Joaquin Says came on for Maxim de Kuiper. My mistake. Thought it was Mounier who had gone off. So now a load of changes for the US. Robinson is off. And that looks like Sebastian Behalter who's coming on. The TV monitor is helpfully now telling me all the Belgian substitutes, a little bit late. Tessman is off, Ware is off. On for the US, Freeman is on. I'm going to have to wait for the official confirmation for the rest of the substitute. Alex Freeman is on for Tanner Tessman. Sebastian Behalter is on for Timothy Ware. Max Arfston is on for Anthony Robinson. There we go. So that's the substitutes made in that phase of play by the US. McKenzie moves it into midfield where Tillman gets the ball out to the left. And Arfston, Pulisic inside to Tillman. Tillman back out to Arfston on the left. Barefooted comes back inside. Tillman moves it across to McKenzie. McKenzie steps into midfield, goes right to Freeman. Seems to have gone into the right back position and Behalter into the middle of the park. Okay, so Arfston has it, plays it out. Nice bit of movement by Weston McKennie. He plays it back down the line looking for Max Arfston, but that runs out for a throw-in to Belgium in the right-back area. Max Arfston, the Columbus Crew defender, playing down the left-hand side. Behalter, Vancouver Whitecaps midfielder. And also Alex Freeman, who's over in Spain with Villarreal. So I think that was 7, maybe 8 substitutions made in that little 3-minute spell. Here come Belgium on the counter-attack. Doku just takes a touch, goes back towards his penalty. That was an ambitious turn by Doku, but the referee deemed him to be fouled. Doku just rolling it back with his studs and getting caught by Pulisic. Joaquin Says just helps Doku to his feet. In fact, it was roll down. He went rolling through the back of Doku. He was just using his body strength. No doubt Pep Guardiola would like to see Doku get a bit of a rest in this one. He's been fully engaged in this game so far. Little free kick, by Lomans, taken to Ngoy. Ngoy switches it over towards De Winter. The two of them now the central defensive partnership for Belgium. Played back to Alsfeld. Cross comes in, headed away by Belgium. Doku brings it down on his chest, and again to the left of the penalty area, under a bit of pressure, plays it back to Ngoy. Ngoy plays it forward and throw into the US, which Max Freeman is going to take. just got a little bit scrappy, understandable, with substitutions being made left, right and centre. Ream pops it into midfield. Nice take by Berhalter. Quickly snapped in by Doku. He's won that ball in the centre circle. He comes forward with the ball. Berhalter's all over his back, but Doku just touches it off to Ngoy. Ngoy to Says. Says gives it back to Ngoy. And he turns and goes back to his goalkeeper, Lomans. Bit of pressure coming in from the US, but not a massive amount, so Lomans just goes to Says. Says plays it back to Ngoy, and Ngoy with a big switch from the left of his penalty area out to the right-hand side, and that's beautifully brought down by Thomas Meunier, who now strides forward with the ball deep into the US half. Good run this from Meunier. Plays it out to the right to Lukabakio. Lukabakio comes in on his left foot. Is he going to shoot? He does shoot. What a finish that is from Dodi Lukabakio. He's been on the pitch a matter of minutes. He's got the ball cut inside on his left foot, and he has arrowed that past Matt Turner into the top right-hand corner. The best goal of the night in terms of sheer quality. What a finish from the Benfica winger. Matt Turner looks to the high heavens. Meunier sprinted into the US half, came inside, touched out to Lukabakio. He just came inside on his left foot and bang, top corner. Great finish from the Belgian number 14, being on the pitch a matter of seconds. Sold Afston with the step over and then just bent it round Tim Ream. No real chance for Matt Turner, who's just looking at the ball disappearing over his right shoulder, and Lukabakio disappeared with Doku to the corner flag to celebrate a wonderful strike. And that will do his chances of being at the World Cup no harm whatsoever. Another cooling break, and although, as I said in the first half, only 20 degrees here today, it's probably gone down a little bit by now. They're doing these cooling breaks anyway, just as a practice run, so that they all work perfectly in the World Cup. And that is Lukabakio's third goal for the Belgian national team, and I didn't see his first two, but if they were as good as that one, he has 3 very nice goals for Belgium. They lead the US by 4 goals to 1 here. 69 minutes gone. Belgium will see this game out comfortably enough, I'm sure, and they're going to make US are going to make a couple of other changes now. You can see Giovanni Reina. He looks like he's coming on for Weston McKennie. Joseph Scally in there as well, maybe. Yes, it was. And Ricardo Pepi, the striker, who's being linked to Fulham in the Premier League, actually. He's going to be coming on too, the PSV Eindhoven striker. Got 13 goals for the US national team. And Belgium are making a load of changes as well. Axel Witsel's onto the field of play. As is Yuri Tielemans. He's taken over the captain's armband. Giovanni Reina comes on for the US, and so does Patrick Aguimong, the Derby County striker. So, as I said, on the hour mark, folks, just give me a few moments to completely work out how the two teams have reconfigured all this, because we've virtually got 2 different 11s on the pitch now. Christian Pulisic has gone off. He looks furious with how his game's gone. So, Patrick Aguimong on for following Balogun. Aguimong probably going to play down the middle, you see. Ricardo Pepi's on for Pulisic. Reina's on for Weston McKennie. Belgium did make some changes there as well, which they haven't officially come through for me, so as soon as they do, I will let you know. Free kick to the US just inside their half. Mika Götze is on. I'm delighted to see that, the number 26. He's on for Jeremy Doku. Looking forward to seeing Mika Götze make his Belgian debut today. He's gone down the left-hand side. Straight swap for Belgium out there. Castagna's on for Meunier, and Witzel's on for Raskin, and Tielemans on for De Bruyne. Oh, and Nathan Zakat is on as well for Amadou Onana. 17-year-old making his Belgian debut as well. So, all change here in Atlanta. All change. Looking over to the production team, wishing that they could give me a brand new team sheet with formations, so we know exactly who's doing what. Scally on the ball, plays back into Mackenzie. Mackenzie's still on the pitch, as is Matt Turner. And just looking at the looking at my TV screen, and even the production crew on the television aren't getting all these substitutions correct. They seem to believe that Cody De Winter has just come onto the field of play for Kevin De Bruyne, and I can assure you that hasn't happened. It was Yuri Tielemans who's come on there. He's number 8 with the captain's armband on. He's not Cody De Winter. Tim Ream has the ball. He plays out left to Arfston, and Arfston plays it in to Rayner. Rayner goes back to Tim Ream. Ream chips it out to the left-hand side where Freeman brings it down nicely. Freeman comes in field, plays it back to Scally. Scally keeps the ball rotating nicely. Arfston on this right-hand side now. Change of position for Arfston maybe, but Roldan then goes crashing in to Ngoy. That's a free kick. Is it? No, the referee says no. It's a throw-in on this right-hand side. No, is it going to be a corner? Come on, Bahalta, what are you going to do with the ball? Bahalta has the ball in his hands. He puts it down for a corner. So Bahalta is going to take this free kick, son of the former US national team manager Greg Bahalta. Puts his left arm in the air, steps up, swings the corner to the far post. It's gone over everybody, and Roldan has to quickly scamper out there to get that one and then throw it back into the box, headed away by the Belgian defence. And Roldan goes all the way back from midway inside the Belgian half, all the way back to Matt Turner in the US goal. Scally goes back to the goalkeeper, who's had better days, back in the US team today, but seen 4 goals go past him in the US goal. Tim Ream plays it into midfield, and Bahalta gets on it again, just deep, rolls it out right to to Freeman. Freeman goes back inside to Ream, and Ream plays it out left. Nice touch by Pepe. Pepe plays it back. Gets it back from Scally in the midfield, gives it back once again to Scally, and the US is patiently trying to build up from the back here. Ream on the ball. Ball goes out wide right now to Arfston. Arfston seems to be playing off the right-hand side of attack now, so complete change for him as he sprints trying to keep this ball in, down this right wing. And it's going to be a throw which he'll get to take. Says are seeing that ball out. Bit of a surprise to see Max Arfston start off as a left-back when he comes on as sub and then shifts over to the right wing. It's going to be a throw-in taken by Alex Freeman. Long throw as well, headed away by Witzel. Second attempt at clearing it from a Belgian head. Scooped up in the air, headed back across by Bahalta. Hooked away, Gotts gets a little touch. One of the Belgian players just runs straight into the referee, and the referee's called a foul against himself because Tielemans hit the deck. It's going to be, I presume it would be an uncontested drop ball, as Belgium did have possession of the ball, as Tielemans went running straight into tonight's man in the middle. All smiles, and we're back underway. Says goes back to Lomans in the Belgian goal. He chips it out all the way out to the right to Lukabakio, who tries to bring that down. Ream gets her and heads it away. Lukabakio gets another look at Tim Ream, but goes out for throw-in to the US on the left-hand side. Wonderful goal by Doki Lukabakio some time ago. Just came inside on that left foot and rifled it into the top corner, which means Belgium lead the US by 4-1 here in Atlanta. 76 minutes on the clock. Belgium trying to counter-press there, but foul given by Axel Witzel on Alex Freeman. Sorry, on Sebastian Berhalter. Pepe just touches it back into Joseph Scally. Scally moves it out to Freeman. Looks like they've gone to a back three now, the US, and Reina has the ball deep. He chips it up towards Aguimang. Aguimang knocks it down, and Pepe's unable to get on to the end of that. So I think the US are now playing with three at the back, with Pepe and Aguimang playing quite close together up front. Reina behind them, Berhalter behind them. Not entirely sure who's down. I think has Arfson gone back out to the... Arfson now's gone back out to the left-hand side of the pitch. So tactical flexibility, shall we say, here from the US so far. Ream has the ball. Arfson's to his left, and he gets it this time. Takes a touch. Plays it down the line. Where it's held up nicely and played back to Tim Ream. Ream goes across to McKenzie, who's playing in the middle of that back three with Scally to the right of him. Scally's on the ball now. He comes in field, plays it through the lines. Nice take by Reina. Reina goes to ground, but being fouled once, twice, three times there by Witsel and by De Winter. Quick ball out to the left-hand side, and Aguimang gets a chance to run at the defence now. Comes in off that left flank, takes a touch, plays it back to Berhalter. Berhalter, Scally's close to him, gets the ball. Scally looks up, plays it out to Freeman. Freeman sees movement in front of him. Has to wait because Reina ran offside, and as Freeman goes around the outside, Assays, a tackle comes in from the Belgian defender, and that is a corner kick. Reina has the ball. It's a corner on this right-hand side. He puts the ball down. Players move in, and then the short corner comes. Quickly won back by Mika Gotts. Ball goes back out wide right to Rain. He tries to touch around the corner, comes off Says. That'll be a throw in to the yes. Mika Gotts quickly in with a tackle there for Belgium. Not had a chance to get on the ball yet, the young Ajax player. Highly rated, of course, and will be looking to impress on his debut here, coming off the bench. Big cross to the far post. Goes all the way through to Arfston, and the cross comes in, and it's cleared away by De Winter for a US throw. Tim Ream goes centre field. Nice ball that to Berhalter. Berhalter moves it out to Scally. It has to be said that the US have improved since changing their shape here. Freeman on the right-hand side. Scally keeps going down the right, overlapping from central defence. Tries to take on Mika Gotts, who again does a good defensive shift. Nice serve from Gotts, does well. Clears his lines well into Tielemans. Tielemans touches it back. That's not the best ball from Tielemans, though. He's put the US back under a bit of pressure. And Freeman opts to not continue the pressure and gives it back to Tim Ream. US just building up deep now in their own half. Arfston back to Scally. Scally into Berhalter. Ream goes out to McKenzie. McKenzie, nice little ball. Help round the corner. Arfston seems to be back on the right-hand side again, and that's chipped forward, looking for the run of Aguimang, headed away. That's going to be going out for a throw-in on this right-hand side. So throw-in to the US. Ball just loops up into the box and hooked away, headed away. It's good to see Kevin De Bruyne back in the Belgian team today. He was the top scorer in the World Cup qualifying campaign, 5 goals. Against Liechtenstein, Kazakhstan and Wales. Jeremy Doku, who we saw have a very good game today, got 4 goals as well in the qualification Spell. Oh, and there is a goal again from nothing from Belgium. There's me talking about the goals they scored in the World Cup campaign, qualifying campaign, and there is Dodi Lukabakio, who has rifled home the 5th. That left foot again, showing a touch of class. That's a very composed finish. This time it's Tim Ream looking skywards. Matt Turner wants the ground to open up and swallow him whole. So let's unpick what happened here. The ball came into Lukabakio, played it down the outside. Oh yeah, poor touch from Berhalter. Lukabakio touched it outside. Castagna pulled it back. Berhalter just didn't deal with the cutback, only touched it back to Lukabakio, and he shot down to the left-hand side of Turner. Turner static, slips in at that near post, and it is 5-1 to Belgium. 8 minutes plus injury time to go here. USA 1, Belgium 5. And USA, of course, won their last game 5-1 against Uruguay. Well, they're on the opposite side of that scoreline here in Atlanta. And I was saying that it looks a little bit better since they shifted to this back 3 shape. That doesn't count for individual errors, and Berhalter really should have done a better job of dealing with that cutback from Timothy Castagna. It fell to Dodi Lukabakio, and he rifled home his 2nd of the game. It's a brace for Dodi Lukabakio, and Belgium are absolutely cruising here in the US. Axel Witsel being hustled, but just goes back to Lommans, and Lommans moves it out to Says quickly, and Says comes forward, plays it to Mika Gotts, but that's a horrendous pass from Says, puts Gotts on the back foot, and it comes off his ankle and goes out for a throw-in. Jacques Says, the Club Brugge defender, only 21 years old, and Mika Gotts also down that left-hand side, only 20, just getting a glimpse of the next wave of Belgian players here. Nathan de Cat's on the pitch as well, number 25, though he's not really got into the game yet since coming on as substitute for his debut, the 17-year-old Anderlecht prodigy. Ball's bouncing up in the middle, Tim Ream brings it down, Tielemans gets in there nicely, plays it to Lukabakio, pinched back, and USA tried to recycle, goes back to Tim Ream. Lukabakio puts him under pressure, hurried out to the left-hand side where Arfston pops it back to Ream, and Ream goes back to Matt Turner. Turner takes a touch, launches the ball forward, straight long, looking for Aguimong. Aguimong can't get near that, the ball just runs through to Cody De Vinto, who just comes back into the centre from the right-hand side, ball at his feet, rolls it under his studs, plays it into Axel Witsel. Witsel gives it back to the AC Milan defender, nice ball into Tielemans. Witsel then plays it out left, and Goy and Says getting each other's way though. The ball breaks, but Witsel, using all his experience there to be in the right position, just cuts it out in midfield, and Belgium are able to move out again through Castagna. Quicker ball out to Lukabakio. Lukabakio brings that down nicely, plays it infield where Tielemans has found some nice intelligent spence. Now Mika Gotts gets his first real chance to run at the defence, drifts inside on that right foot. Lovely ball into Openda. Openda forces a save from the goalkeeper. It was a great little touch in by Mika Gotts. Intelligent run off the back by Lois Openda. Matt Turner gets down to his left and makes the save. Wasn't the best of finishes from Openda. Turner just about got his left wrist down in time to save it. Openda's hit the deck and seems to have hurt his knee in the process. So it's just going to be a short break, and they've got Lucas Stassin on the subs bench as well, Belgium. He would be delighted to come on for his debut, I'd imagine, but not at the cost of a teammate being injured. Openda does look a little bit uncomfortable as he gets dragged up to his feet. Seeing the former US goalkeeper Tim Howard actually in one of the executive boxes here as I look around the stadium, and no doubt he'll have a thought or two on Matt Turner's performance in goal for the US national team today. Tim Ream restarts and is bringing the ball through the US half up to the centre circle, plays it to the inside where McKenzie is on the halfway line, and he just goes over to Scally. Scally out to the right, and Freeman. Freeman infield nicely to Berhalter. Berhalter plays it back, and Belgium's quite happy to drop off into a low block here. They're not going to waste energy chasing around here. They're 5-1 up. They'll just make it hard to be played through. Rolled on, looks to spear this one forward, comfortably cut out by Says, helped around the corner to Witsel. Witsel touches it off to the right back, Castagna. Castagna goes back to De Winter, and he involves Lommens. Lommens, nice little ball into Tielemans. Tielemans has given it away in the area, and Aguimon gets the easiest of finishes. That was disastrous from Yuri Tielemans. Pepe pinched it. It fell to Patrick Aguimon, and he sweeps home the USA's second goal. And that's 6 goals in 13 games now for Patrick Aguimon. It was an easy enough finish, but he still had to tuck it home. Tielemans far too casual, wearing the captain's armband. Disappointing bit of play. And here come the US once again. Pepe this time. Ngoy just steps in and takes it off Pepe's feet. To Cat just rolls it one more to the right-hand side where Castagna gets it, gives it back to the 17-year-old. He just calmly plays it back to De Winter. The ball goes across to Ngoy on the left-hand side into Says. Says looks up, plays it forward. Nice little touch by Openda. Is he going to get away from McKenzie? No, McKenzie's pace keeps up with Openda, and he just slides and plays it back to Matt Turner. And Turner touches it out to Tim Ream. Ream again comes forward, long ponytail, left-footed. Looks to play forward, plays it into Rayner. Rayner takes a touch, spins, comes back, touches it off again to Ream. Ream goes out left, down the line to where Aguimang has made another run, but that's good defending by Coney De Winter. Just uses his physicality against the tall American and wins it before going back to Lommens. Lommens, nice ball into Lukabakio. Lukabakio releases it to Tielemans. Tielemans quickly out left to Says. Takes a touch, comes back inside to Axel Witsel. Witsel turns, plays it across to De Winter. 2 minutes plus stoppages here in Atlanta. USA 2, Belgium 5, 7 goals. It's been, well, as the scoreline would suggest, quite open, quite entertaining, very much a game of transition. Not a lot of possession from either team, or consistent possession, I should say. And lots of counter-attacking, but good quality counter-attacks that have led to 7 goals in this international friendly. And both teams will move on to different matches in 3 days' time, where USA will play Portugal here again at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and Belgium move on to Chicago where they'll play Mexico. And at the moment they've got the ball to the left of their area, and Goyes has chipped it all the way over to the right where Castagna has to leap in the air just to head it down to De Winter. De Winter chips it forward, looking for the chest of Lukabakio. Tim Ream reads that well, comes through. Only plays it as far as Tielemans. Tielemans tries to thread it through to Mika Gotts, well cut out by Mark McKenzie. US come forward now into the Belgian half. Behalter goes out right to Freeman. Freeman doesn't have any options in front of him, so he has to go back to Scally. Scally plays central to McKenzie. The US would love a third goal here, reduce that deficit by another goal. Ream takes a touch, moves into the Belgian half, goes wide left to Afton, and they recycle the ball through the middle. Nice little touch by Scally. Scally goes down a blind alley but comes out with the ball and gives it to Ream. Ream has to take a touch to get it out to the left, and Afton plays it forward, but it's given away to De Winter, and as De Winter spins, he's fouled by Afton, who was rushing in trying to atone for his mistake, and he's caught the central defender. We've got 5 minutes of injury time here, which just shows you how arbitrary the time added on for substitutes can be in any football match. We've had about 18 substitutes, I think. I haven't counted them all up, and I'm not going to do that whilst the ball is live. It's back with Lommens. But either way, we've got 5 minutes of injury time. We've had nearly one of those, so US would love to get a third. Belgium wouldn't mind getting a sixth, I'm sure. But the game's still being played at quite a tempo, which is, even though there's plenty of fresh legs on there, isn't always a given in these international friendlies. Played forward, nice ball into Aguimang. Aguimang's touch away though is poor. Tried to play it down, but only gave it back to Says. Witsel plays left to Gotts. Gotts dances on the right foot, spins over the ball, gives it back to Joaquin Says, who goes back inside to Nathan Ngoy, and Belgian central defender's got plenty of time and space, and so he just starts to move into midfield, brings the ball out nicely, plays it to the left to Says once again, and Says spins, gives it back to Nathan Ngoy once more, and Belgium is keeping possession, not going anywhere yet. They don't really have to. Not really being put under any intense pressure here by the US, and Lomans chips this one forward. That's a foul on Openda, is it? No, the referee says no. And Witsel brings it down, plays nicely into Mika Götz. Good feet from Götz to get out of a tight space. And we've seen a few flashes here from the Ajax player, which gives you a good feeling of his potential quality. And he's going to find it hard to get into the team ahead of Doku, but a good bench option for Rudy Garcia. Ball's played forward, and McKenzie wins the header off Tielemans, and that goes out for a throw-in down the right-hand side for Belgium. 3 minutes left in this one. Belgium lead by 5 goals to 2 here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Belgium start again on the halfway line. De Winter plays across to Ngoy. Says peels away to the left and gets the ball from Ngoy. Plays it to Mika Götz, who comes inside, and just seeing for some bizarre reason, just seeing back the mistake that led to the US second goal. And it was a very simple finish in the end for Patrick Aguimon from Tielemans' mistake. But back to the live action. Thank you to the TV directors there, who have felt that this might be like, feels a little bit like this is a US production today. It has to be said. It's been quite US-centric, the camera footage. And ball's played forward, and De Winter's gone falling to the ground because Aguimon has caught him in the neck with his elbow as the big striker tried to hold that ball up. De Winter's back on his feet, and it's a free kick to Belgium, which Ngoy has the ball near the penalty area. It goes back to Lomans. Lomans takes a touch and clips this one forward, again looking for Openda, but well cut out in the midfield by Roldan, and Freeman takes a touch, tries to keep possession, but Götz gets in there. Tielemans goes jumping with Scally. Tielemans comes away with the ball. Was that handball? Yes, it was. Potential high foot there from Scally, but the referee says no. It was the Belgian captain who handballed it. Forward come the US. Just 60 seconds left to get a third here. Scally